Yes, once again, let us proceed with biology. Let us look at the conditions that result from aneuploidy. Of course, one of them is called Down's syndrome. Down's syndrome. Down's syndrome. So now, we are going to discuss what Down's syndrome is, the symptoms of Down's syndrome, and of course, how it comes about. So that is the aim of this lesson. Now, Down's syndrome is also called Mongolism. Mongolism. Also called Mongolism. Also called mental retardation. And individuals having Down's syndrome are also sometimes called idiots, because those people, they have low ability to learn. So they are also called idiots or Mongols, and the condition is called Mongolism or the Down's syndrome. Of course, the condition was named after one biologist called Down's, and so on. And so he called it Down's syndrome. Now, Down's syndrome is a condition whereby or which occurs in both males and females. And of course here, what happens is that a gamete, what happens here is that a gamete with an extra chromosome fuses with a normal haploid gamete. So it is a form of chromosomal mutation whereby a gamete with an extra chromosome fuses with a normal haploid gamete. So that is what we call Down's syndrome. So we can say that is a condition, or we can say form of aneuploidy, whereby or where a gamete, whereby a gamete with an extra chromosome, fuses with a normal haploid gamete. So now, that is what we call Down's syndrome, a condition or a form of aneuploidy, where a gamete with an extra chromosome fuses with a normal haploid gamete. So of course, the condition becomes 2n plus 1. It becomes n plus 1, then plus n. So that is a condition. Now giving rise to 2n plus 1. So that is what happens. Or say condition whereby a gamete with an extra chromosome. Gametes are haploid in nature, so you can observe on the board here. That is now n plus 1. That is a gametic cell. It fuses with another haploid gamete whose condition is N, now resulting in formation of a zygote with 2N plus 1. And now, when such a zygote develops into a baby, and then thereafter an only individual, then the person has a condition called Down syndrome or Mongolism. Now, what are the symptoms of the disease? Symptoms, of, or we can simply say symptoms in brief. So, what are the symptoms here? So, one of the symptoms, since we are talking about Mongolism, is low IQ, low intelligent quotient, or we can call it mental retardation. Mental retardation, that is one. Then the other one is relatively small skull. So relatively small skull. Then next is large protruding tongue. A large protruding tongue. The other one is short stature. That is dwarfism. Short stature or dwarfism. Now, we are trying to outline the symptoms of Down syndrome. Low IQ, relatively small skull, large protruding tongue, then short stature. Another symptom is slanted eyes, slightly slanted eyes. Here the eyes look to be swollen. And so call them slightly slanted eyes. Okay? Then the other one here is educational difficulties. Educational difficulties. So these people do not learn faster. They normally have educational difficulties. The other one is coarse straight hair. Coarse straight hair. Okay? The hair is quite thick, so we are saying that it is coarse. It is quite thick. It is not soft, and then straight on the head. So we say coarse straight hair. So now, these are what we call the symptoms of Mongolism, as outlined on the board. Now, we shall put a statement here that because, or due to the fact that Mongols Mongols, those are individuals with Down syndrome. Mongols, also called idiots, because of the fact that Mongols or idiots have a large protruding tongue. Large protruding tongue. They do not, or such individuals say they do not speak coherently. So, because Mongols, or idiots, or individuals with Down syndrome have a large protruding tongue in their mouth, they do not speak coherently. So, those are the symptoms of Down syndrome. Let us meet next time. Thank you.